Yes, I will be talking exactly about the Bitcoin CME gap, about the compression which we're currently creating, which is about to be breaking out any moment right now. So I will be talking, of course, about the price targets, what is likely to be happening next on Bitcoin, the most important charts and patterns to be paying attention towards right now, because while you may think Bitcoin is extremely boring, a breakout is definitely coming imminent with this compression pattern we are currently creating. So don't forget to once again slap up that like button back above 900 likes, that we highly appreciate it. And with that being said, let me jump straight away in towards the content. So first of all, because it is currently weekend, we are currently creating one around 67.5k. And if we're looking back at history, every single time once we created the CME gap, indeed we've been trading above it over the course of the weekends, but always at the Monday we tend to fill it up almost instantly, just like last week. If I look for an example for the week before, we were trading below it, but just hours later we filled it up, and this is how it goes like 90% of all the times once we do create such kind of a CME gap. So yeah, Bitcoin is currently creating one again, and I'm expecting that at the end of this weekend, so tomorrow at the beginning of the Monday, we are most likely going to fill up the CME gap before then creating that big move higher or another big move lower. I mean, before doing anything, we're most likely going to fill up the CME gap. But also, if I am currently looking at Bitcoin, before we're going to be doing anything, we're going to be having a big breakout outside of this consolidation phase right here, because Bitcoin has been going sideways for quite a while right now. To be exact, Bitcoin has been trading sideways for over 12 days in a row. And currently we can clearly see we're creating a massive downward sloping resist line, we're creating massive horizontal support, or you could be approaching it from this upward sloping support line, but it doesn't really matter how you're exactly going to be approaching it, because a big breakout is going to come anyways. And I will be straight away talking about my price targets now for Bitcoin. We're either going to see another push higher to 73.5k, or if we are going to be seeing a breakdown in this case, we're going to be seeing a push down to 62.2k, which is also a significant target towards the downside. So those are my two targets I'm currently aiming for, and you should take this level very seriously, because this breakout is about to be happening anytime soon, and you can clearly see it also on multiple time frames. Also on this one right here, we are just getting squeezed up here, and the moment we're going to be breaking out of this compression, we are going to be seeing explosive price action on Bitcoin. I'm not expecting it's going to be happening over the course of this weekend, but most certainly at the beginning of next week, we are going to be seeing this next move getting initiated for Bitcoin. So Bitcoin is currently hanging still on this very important support and creating this downward sloping resist line. I mean, as long as we're not breaking below this very important horizontal support line, I don't really believe there's a big reason to be panicking on Bitcoin, because like you can see in the past, this exact level right here has been providing so much support for Bitcoin that, yeah, as long as we're holding above it, it is looking quite okay. And if we of course break the downward sloping resist line and we push up higher, the first resistance we want to be breaking above of is 71.5k, and if we do so, if we break above that level, I think that $74,000 is going to be next, and of course that is the previous all-time high, and I do expect there's going to be somewhat of resistance for Bitcoin getting found over there as well. So if I'm looking at the bigger perspective, we're creating somewhat of a Bitcoin cup and handle pattern, which I want to be discussing right now here. We're currently creating a falling wedge pattern. I mean, however you're going to be bending it, or on however you're going to be approaching it, Bitcoin is currently creating a bullish consolidation phase, and the breakout is most likely going to be happening towards the upside. So I am also expecting the breakout is going to be happening upwards, but just like I said in the beginning of the video, I mean, we're still trading in this massive consolidation. So whether we're going to be breaking this symmetrical triangle towards the upside, the biggest resistance is still going to be laying somewhere around 72,000 to 74,000 US dollars, because that is the top side of the region, and of course that is the level we need to be breaking out of in order to confirm that next leg towards the upside, right? The next leg towards $100,000 or $90,000. And if we're looking at the funding rates, we can currently see that they're actually still close to neutral, which is of course quite a good signal here. And yes, if I'm looking at the liquidation heat map, we can talk about Bitcoin, that we're seeing this or that on the charts. But one fact is that still more than $7.5 billion worth of Bitcoin short liquidations are lying above us. So it's going to be very likely that Bitcoin is still just going to be squeezing out the liquidity that's laying above us. So Also in my trade, I'm currently in $1 million Bitcoin long position, and yes, I will be taking profits on my trade once Bitcoin hits 74,000 US dollars. And you think maybe $74,000, why would you take profit right there? Is because the risk for my trade will become so big, because then I'm already in like 240% profit for me to hold it open. So I'm going to be taking profit around that level, and once I do so, I'm going to be looking at the next opportunity. And if you've been following the channel, you know that I shared this trade from step by step on how I was approaching it, how I was opening it on my channel. So with my next trade, I will be doing so exactly the same. So don't forget to subscribe to the channel right now to stay up to date about that. But more importantly, guys, if you go to this link in the description right now here, you could currently claim a free $200 trade on Bybit. And all you need to do for that is go to that link in the description of today's video, and then you need to deposit $100 in your first 7 days, and boom, you could be claiming a free $200 trade on Bybit, which is of course almost completely for free. So make sure to check it out in the link description of today's video if you are interested in that. But yeah, going further in towards the content, I just want to be pointing out how clear this compression is which we are currently creating in this massive consolidation phase on Bitcoin. So we had this move towards the upside, and now we're creating that downward sloping resist line, that upward sloping support, and basically we can clearly see that Bitcoin is getting compressed. And whenever the compression is going to be breaking out is where the next move will be taking place. And if we're going to be looking about when this approximately is going to be happening, it will be happening in the coming 48 hours. So next week is where it is all going to be happening, where we're going to be seeing the big move here. And honestly, a move towards $100,000, towards the top side of this resistance line right here, it wouldn't surprise me all too much for Bitcoin. So yeah, I think something big is brewing. We're breaking out of the bull flag pattern. We're clearly retesting the previous Bitcoin all-time high as support right now here. I mean, things are looking extremely bullish for Bitcoin right now. And honestly, I think we are at the starting point of the next leg towards the upside. The weekly time frame is looking strong. Monthly time frame is looking strong, and also the imminent short term on the daily time frame. We are poised to be having a breakout next year. So yeah, this is it for me in today's update video. Just like I said in yesterday's video as well, there's just not a lot of stuff happening in the market right now. So it's extremely hard to make original content right now here, because yeah, a lot of things I said in yesterday's video are also the same in today's video. But of course, I want to be pointing out that we're about to be having this big breakout. So thanks so much for watching. Make sure to claim that free trade in the link description of today's video, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace out. Goodbye.